And welcome to an exciting episode of the Indie Escape Network presents Harlow's Hot. We're going to have our guest, Terry Jarrell, writer, director, executive producer. Wow, I'm getting all tongue-tied, and I haven't even had a drink since 5 o'clock. First AD and producer, actress, Aimee Rolfsen. Let me get this off of here so we can start talking to each other and hanging out. How are you guys doing?
Wonderful. Here we are. Man, are we excited? Is everybody excited? Stoked up?
You can't see the excitement on my face?
I'm blinded by it. It's amazing. The emotion is just, it's a waterfall through the screen.
Harlow's Haunt. How much closer are we to a release?
It's getting this close.
All right. We have a bunch of comments pouring in.
Wow.
Let's see.
Comments are cool.
Yo.
Hey, we know that girl. Yeah, she has a little bit to do with Harlow's Haunt. Hey, Crystal.
Libby McDermott.
Hi, Libby.
Hey.
Awesome. Thank you for showing up, Libby.
Yes.
And Facebook user who didn't give us permission to use their likeliness. I am assuming that is Luciana.
Who could it be?
I'm scared. Yeah, I'm assuming that's Kevin Cleveland.
Woo! Kevin.
And our buddy Sean Smithson.
I heard things about this guy.
And I don't know if that's the same. I have a feeling that's a different Facebook user. The problem is with us broadcasting for the first time to the Harlow's Haunt movie group is if you don't give StreamYard permission, it won't show your picture or anything. So if you see a setting for that, just click yes. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to spam you. It's not going to do any of that. And I kind of recall who this lady is.
Yeah. That's
Kelly.
We have Katie.
Katie.
Hi, Katie.
It's Ken. Ken, because we're streaming to the Harlow's Haunt Facebook group. If you go to the Indie Escape page or the YouTube channel, we'll be able to see you. And looking gorgeous, Aimee. You know, how come
I got you, babe.
Aimee, I mean, just so discouraging.
No, see, this is.
Oh man.
I guess the girls stick together, whatever. You know what, Terry? You're looking awfully handsome this evening.
I appreciate it, Joe.
And Joe, you look, stunning, and that red lighting.
Dapper Dan.
Well, thank you. Oh, it's Katie here. So we have two Facebook users. One's Ken, one's Katie, and let's see,
Lori. Lori is Kelly's cousin, by the way. Lori, thanks for being here.
And am I going backwards on this? Congrats, Terry and Aimee. And to all of the cast and crew.
Thank you.
Cinema is tough, so I applaud you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a handful. But we love it. We're crazy.
The clown is gone.
Hey, you think so? Just keep looking over your shoulder.
Terry rearranged his office.
Yeah. The office is just getting darker and creepier all the time.
Oh, thank you, Katie. Katie says TikTok is watching this. Katie is great with sharing all Harlow's Haunt things on social media. She was there the first night that we had the band and part of the background scene that night at Sir Henry's on the very first night. So she's been a big part of this and helping us promote. So thank you, Katie.
I'll let a little cat out of the bag too. Katie might actually even be seen in the final cut.
Mm-hmm.
Little screen time.
And Kelly saying the Harlow's girls all gorgeous.
Kelly included.
I agree. Absolutely. All right.
Any ideas for the next movie?
That congrats was from Brandon from IOU. Hey, Brandon.
Oh, hey, Brandon.
Cheers to you.
Thanks, Brandon.
She's saying, oh my God. All right. So, Terry, so apparently you're going to be giving away stuff tonight.
Yeah. I mean, you win me for a week. You just fly me out. Get a bunch of food. Hey, Joel. Joel's Lori's husband. Thanks for being here, man. No, yeah, we're going to give a few things away. But before we get started, before we roll into all the crazy fun of me, I mean, this is so exciting because we've been working on this for months and months and months. I just want to address two things, just point two things out. Last night's show, Brandon's show, what is, or we're good?
Yeah, what happened?
Oh, okay. I thought I interrupted you.
Oh, no. Let's say, hey, man, take it away.
No, I just wanted to say last night's show, Brandon's show, was with Uncle Creepy, was just astounding. Steve is, man, I've been talking to him a little bit, and he is the real deal. If you guys didn't see this show last night, it's on YouTube, right, Joe?
Yes.
People can go watch it.
And our Facebook page and on Twitter.
You know, I've said this before about really impactful guests that are on shows, but man, this is right up there. I mean, this guy has so much wisdom and knowledge, and he just was an inspiration. I think was the biggest thing, the energy and the passion in Steve, and his years experience in indie horror is just, I mean, this is a guy, if you're a filmmaker, an indie filmmaker, you could sit down with him and spend a month and learn 0.1% of what he knows. So I encourage everybody to watch that show. I'm going to cheerlead that show like crazy. The other thing was, there was this movie that came out this week. Oh, crap, what is it? Aimee, we went to see it the other night. It's something, because we were sitting in the
Terrifier 2.
Terrifier 2, yeah. I want to just give like a huge shout out. Congratulations. Those guys. And again, looking at it from an indie filmmaker standpoint and an indie horror filmmaker standpoint, it's always so hard to get that recognition, to get yourself out there. And Damien, David, Mr. Falcone, the Levy brothers, all those guys, the whole cast and crew, they took a battering ram and knocked that door wide open for indie filmmakers. What they've done, I don't know if it's quite being able to be appreciated yet, but 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, they probably blown past 1 million tonight. And it's insane. So it just puts a spotlight on what we were doing in such a way that those guys came up from, again, the ground up. I'm just so proud, so thrilled for what they've done.
It's inspiring. I think it was 2014 when they came out with their short film for concept, and then they got a little bit of funding. I think 2017 was the first Terrifier, and here they are all these years later, and it's they're setting a new standard.
An unreleased movie, 800 and some theaters. I mean, they have really done just an amazing job. So if anybody, and I'll be the first one to tell you, sits there working on your film, your story, your writing, your acting, whatever facet of doing your indie creative process, if you second guess or anything, you can look at these guys and say, no, this is where you can go to. Just keep at it. I mean, just keep the fire alive, keep the passion alive, and here we are.
And I think a key to it, what they actually did was they took their time on this one. And it seems 3 years ago, 2-3 years ago, Terry, were you involved when we did the Terrifier panel?
I wasn't on the panel, but I was in the show. I did a panel on the same thing on DEF CON.
Gotcha. I don't remember who hosted and co-hosted because it was, 48 hours of hell for me.
You had a nice weekend. I remember that.
Yeah, that was interesting. But we had all those cats on a panel, and that was at least 2 years ago, and they were still discussing it. Yeah. And I'm not quite sure if they were in production then.
I don't know, because I follow them and know some people involved and all, and just kind of stay in the loop. And all along the process of it, I remember seeing like Damien would post things about working on the collars, or just a little tidbit here and there. So I knew they were really taking that downtime to, like you said, to take their time, do it right, polish it, and you can tell watching this movie, as bizarre and insane and just wonderful as it is, they had so much fun making this. That makes it even more fun to watch, because you can see David is having a friggin' ball. I mean, everybody, even Lauren and her part. I mean, she was amazing. Everybody, Elliot. I mean, they were so amazing. But you can tell,
it's such a great film. It's like I said, I think everybody can agree they're setting a new standard, and it's a lot of fun to watch. And they're really going for it, and they push the envelope, and it just works.
So, did you happen to see Lauren Lepre in there?
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a DJ. Yeah, couldn't miss his beautiful mane.
Don't make me put my hair down.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Let's see. We have more comments. It was Daniela was one of the blank ones. Trying again. Greetings. Can you see me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Hi, Daniela.
And Lynn.
Hey, Lynn. Thanks for being here, man.
Danielle is saying that Terrifier 2 is going to be playing in Anchorage. Wow.
Gotta go see it.
That is definitely cool. Kelly, Terrifier 2 was off the chart. The seats were amazing too. And Kevin with an excellent comment. Harlow's Haunt is the next to blow up like them.
You never can tell.
You just never know.
All right.
You put your heart and soul into something like we have, and you never know how it's going to be received, but we're excited and we love it. And that's why we're here tonight, ready to share the trailer and some behind the scenes footage and some original music. So
play a little air hockey.
So guys, as I mentioned earlier, there's going to be some giveaways, and in order to enter for the giveaways, in the comments, and again, you got to switch over to somewhere that'll recognize who you are on Facebook or YouTube. So I do apologize. So if you're on Harlow's Haunt, the group, you may need to go over to the Indie Escape Facebook page or YouTube if we can't see you. Only if we could not see you. But if you just put in hashtag Harlow's Haunt as a comment, you will be entered into tonight's giveaways.
You want me to do like the Vanna White spokesmodel thing and show our guests?
I do.
Beautiful
Please.
prize?
Absolutely.
Music like the bossa note cha-cha.
Well, man, you divas are getting demanding.
Well, okay, we're going to give away basically 3 things. Two of these beautiful, let me see if I can line up. Beautiful 11x17 official Harlow's Haunt first run Scream poster. But see what's on there? Somebody scribbled all this stuff on it with ink. It's signed by me. And Brell Babcock, who is our final girl, the Scream Vision, and Aimee, who also is one of the stars of the movie, and in addition to being like first AD and producer and just kind of keeper of the chaos. And also over here in the corner, Dylan Entriago. And Dylan, I don't want to let it out of the bag, but how many Scream Queens can you have in one movie, right? Just mark that down. Just put that in the back of your mind. So we're giving
and Dylan's also got some great music that is original. You guys are gonna hear it tonight. It's gonna be kind of a preview for that too. So part of our soundtrack.
And then what we're going to do to kind of snazz up the poster, of course, I mean, posters are amazing, right? How about a piece of screen used prop?
Woo!
So that comes with a poster. So there's going to be two sets of that, 2 of those. The biggie is a fancy schmancy. And we only did a limited run of these, and there's literally just a few left of the Harlow's Haunt t-shirt. If the winner would like it signed, personalized, anything like that, we can do it before it ships out. And it will also come with a piece of screen used chain prop. So yeah, so that's our big prizes, big giveaways. Yay.
That is very cool.
Like I said, you can fly me out. I'll spend a week with you and, talk your ear off.
No, wait a minute. What can I get for this week? Lawnmower? House maintenance?
No, there's no physical labor involved. I just need a place to go sleep because Kelly's going to be out for a week. So that will be cool stuff. And again, if anybody would like anything, the winners like anything personalized or anything like that, more than happy to do it. And so some stuff for the Harlow's family, the Harlow's family of haunters.
All right. So apparently this is Jonathan. And no, we cannot see you now.
We cannot. No, we can see that we cannot see you. But
hi, everyone, and thanks, Joe, for allowing Terry and Aimee to be there with you. Hey, it's my pleasure to have them on. This is exciting. And then we have a bunch of, all right, everybody's getting into it.
Oh,
there we go.
Look at that.
All right, whoever this is, sorry. Two dings.
No.
2 dings. Let me tell you why. You gotta literally, these programs are very specific. It has to look like this. It has to be that hashtag exactly, or else they won't register you. And the other thing is, unfortunately, we can't see you. So if we can't see you, all right, Dylan is also in The Beast Comes Midnight. That's very true.
Yes. I was going to mention that when we get to Dylan's little song and dance.
All right.
He does sing and dance.
And Terry, this supportive woman is here.
I know her.
Hi,
Hey, Mom.
Judy.
Thanks for being here. She's our biggest cheerleader. So,
And Libby.
Libby.
From Libmatic Films.
Libmatic Films.
Awesome.
And there's that Sean guy again.
Yeah, and then Ken saying you need to get some hats.
Oh, I like that.
We're working on hats.
Good idea.
And there is the other part of Libmatic Films. Yes, we can see you, Matt. And Katie. And Mystery Guy. And Joel.
So it's cool. Keep punching that hashtag in. Come on, jump in the game.
That's right.
Fun. Because we got that wheel, and we're going to like tie Joe to the wheel, and Amy's going to throw daggers, and that's how we pick the winner.
We're gonna need a pretty damn big wheel, man. And there's Matt. All right, so what are we doing, man? Talk to me.
I don't know. We were thinking about showing a few things, but I don't know. Is it too soon?
I know what I can show that was really cool that you didn't even have me load. So, guys, have you ever seen a little show called Married with Children? I think it was around the 80s, early. I'm trying to remember.
Watching it. One of my favorite shows as a kid, honestly. And I missed the Amanda show.
You missed the Amanda show?
Yeah, I did.
All right.
I watched it afterwards, but I missed the live show.
So Brandon had Amanda Bierce on the show, and Terry was so kind to hop on and talk to Amanda for a bit. And I would love to show a 1-minute clip of that, if that's all right with you, Terry.
It is absolutely okay.
All right, here we go.
Do you have distribution? What's going to happen? This little Orlando, Florida movie.
This little Orlando movie. It's in post right now. We're aiming for a Halloween premiere, maybe a soft premiere, but I'll have to keep you posted somehow on that. It's a fun movie. We have a fantastic cast. We really used a lot of Orlando resources.
Invite me to the screening. I'm always looking for an excuse to go to my own
there. You're there. We have to have you then. Thank you.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks,
Terry. Appreciate you, man.
Amanda. Could you tell I blacked out there for a second? When you said that, I was like,
it's so cool. And that was such a fun show, and having her on there and her getting excited about it and wanting to come down because she's from Lakeland, right? No, Winter Park.
Winter Park.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, she and she's cool, and she's so supportive of the whole creative process, and her work moved from in front of the camera to behind the camera. It was really interesting on that show as well. But yeah, she was in a movie, a horror movie that got kind of, what was it? Fright? Night.
You know what's kind of cool that you bring that up? That is great. Tomorrow night on David Lee Madison's The End of the Night, legendary director and writer Tom Holland, who happened to be involved with that little vampire movie, Fright Night, will be on tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern. Be sure to tune in.
Now, if we could only get that Herman's Head guy.
Oh, wow. Amazing that you say that
Ragsdale
because next Friday, or actually,
you're Friday. Kidding me.
There he is, William Ragsdale. the other star of Fright Night, is going to be on IOU Friday night. You know, it's really cool. I get spoiled around, these holidays. So I get to talk to all these cool people. And then go hide in the background when I have nothing to say.
Speaking of cool people, I want to say hi to Dugan.
Yeah.
John couldn't be with us tonight. We miss him, but I do want to give him a shout out. He is Harlow, Greer and Harlow's Haunt. And I can't wait for you guys to see his work in this film. John,
again, I not spoiling anything or letting too many things, out of the bag, but when I wrote the story, and as a writer, you kind of get that image in your mind of what characters should be like or look like or sound like. There was no question from the very instant inception of the Harlow character, it was John in my mind. And when we went through the entire arc of development, and I was like, I auditioned a few people and I was talking to some, and it was just nobody was working. And it was just like, I got all sheepish, and I texted him. I said, "Could I talk to you on the phone, please?" And sure. So I called him, and I kind of danced around. "Oh, how's the weather up your way? Oh, how you doing? How's your truck running? Anything good to eat today?
Did you get the damn AC fix in your truck yet?"
AC fix. "Oh, by the way, would you be in my movie?" "Oh, sure. Hell, yeah." You know how Dugan is. And then I blacked out again, and then next thing I know,
Harry does that a lot. He just blacks out.
I black out
all the time.
It's just
it's get that checked.
And but yeah, and then we're on set shooting at 2 a.m, and it's like, this is it was beyond surreal. I mean, it was amazing. And Joe, you were there a day with us on set, and just there you go. Didn't I look good? Boy, it wasn't hot that day or anything.
Definitely not our best pictures. We weren't very photogenic that day, and I didn't want to get too close to John because 90 degrees out, about 9-10 hours later.
Not me. I was all up hugging him. But yeah, that's the glamour of filmmaking. But yeah, John is. I mean, he is Harlow. He became Harlow. It was magic to watch him on set. And Crystal, who's also watching the show, was in primarily scenes directly opposite John. And they you talk about chemistry. I mean, it was one of those magic potions that just clicked. And so I think it'll be fun for everybody to see it. And we've got a little tidbit of that in the trailer.
The what world
world premiere? Premiere the world. This one that we're on now.
So I want to personally thank both of you again for allowing me on set that day. And Aimee was just phenomenal. Absolutely just great. And I mean, seeing how everything was organized, and it was just like, holy crap.
We love having you there. You know that. You're welcome to come to any and everything that we do. So
thank you very much. Absolutely. It was a blast. It was definitely a learning experience. I have a newfound respect for what you creatives do. And the long hours put in, holy cow. I think you guys said you were doing like 20 pages that day or something crazy.
It was such a crazy day because we only had Dugan for a limited time because he was on schedule, and he really worked hard to fit us in between his convention appearances that he had booked months ahead of time. And so we really had to kind of jostle the schedule a lot to find a time that would work for him. And he just pretty much zipped in, was here 3 days and zipped right back out. So we had to get as much done as we could. And all filmmakers here tonight will tell you this: there's nothing like there. It just doesn't exist staying on schedule. I mean, you're going to get behind. Things are going to break. Batteries are going to die. Something's going to hold you up. And so let
us just say that John made our job so easy.
Exactly.
He just showed up, and he was cool as a cucumber. He was super chill on set. You just wanted to hang out with him the whole time. He was so personal and warm and funny. I mean, you guys know he's hilarious. And then when it was, time to roll, he there was
like
no,
a switch.
no second takes. It was just like he hit it every time, and we were so blown away. And he was there to have a great time with us, but he was there to work. And as busy as his schedule is, he had just got done with a con, hopped on a plane, came in. We filmed these long hours, 12-hour days, and he was up and ready. And like I said, just such a professional and a pleasure to work with.
Total professional. He just brought it, and to use Aimee's words, he came to work. I mean, he was there when we would call action. He was boom. He was Harlow. He was ready to roll, and he delivered. And it made it for me in editing. It made it a little difficult because we always do coverage takes, and they were all so good. It's like, how do you pick the best diamond out of the pile? I mean, it was like I watched and reviewed and just almost had to flip a coin.
Dugan,
love Dugan, and he contributed so much, not only in his acting abilities, but again kind of going back to what Aimee said, in his overall tenor and everything he contributed to everybody on the set. Like, of course, there certain people are going to be nervous, some people are going to be a little hyper, we're rushing around, there's a lot to do, and John was just that perfect neutralizer that sort of balanced everything out. His sense of humor, his personality, so warm. I mean, he'll go up and hug anybody and immediately make them smile. I mean, he's an amazing person.
Yeah, he wasn't standoffish with the cast and crew at all. He was talking to them, giving advice, and it was very cool to watch. We got Libby saying, "Don't just taunt that Harlow."
I kind of like that line. I see that on a t-shirt or something.
Yeah. Was promised a poster being in this film, never got one, so I'll enter the contest.
We'll send it right to you, Facebook user.
Send us a message.
Let's see. Dylan.
There.
And John plays Ben in the film. He's one of the stars of Harlow's Haunt.
He is. He doesn't. Everybody in front of the camera did a crazy job. I can't wait again for this to roll out, and again it's coming real soon. I guess let's go ahead and address that. We are doing, we're at the just about to nail it down, the public screening. We're just waiting on the logistics to come back from the haunt. Unless something really crazy changes, we'll be at the haunt we shot at, Sir Henry's Haunted Trail, who I want to give, if I can give again a big hug, big shout out. Those guys, Zach, Calvin, the whole crew. If you're in Central Florida and you want to go to a really amazing, amazing haunted attraction, these guys are number one. They're amazing. They threw the doors wide open. Anything we needed. I mean, it'd be something silly like, oh man, we need another extension cord. Or, can you flip the lights on over here? It was like done. Boom, 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 boom. Instant. And they were so accommodating, so helpful, and so behind us that we want to kind of bring that back around. So we're going to do the public screening there. We're going to do it outside, put up a big screen, big PA, boom, boom, boom. So their normal guests, even if they, if you can imagine, haven't heard of Harlow's Haunt, they'll be able to watch the movie and meet some of us there and just do whatever and see, because the haunt we shot in an actual haunt, so they'll be able to go around the actual sets and see, oh, well, that's where that look there, that kind of thing. So I think it'll be fun for people going out there. So we're waiting on those guys to get back to find the right date to work in, because they're very busy this time of year, obviously. And so that'll be the public screening. So watch our Facebook group. It's Harlow's Haunt Movie. We'll be posting the details there. That's our one point we're pushing this out. And also our website, of course, is harlowshaunt.com. And you can also get to that, and we'll do the socials again at the end, but that's where you can track to see when the actual screening date will be. So that's going to be.
So wait a minute. So for the price of admission, you get to do the haunt thing and get to see the premiere of Harlow's Haunt.
Do the 3 haunt mazes, which are amazing. We've been out there already.
If you guys are in Central Florida, go. Like, Sir Henry's Haunted Trail is happening right now. It is spooky season. It's every weekend. 3 haunts, 2
Horsemen.
of the escape rooms, and you're gonna be blown away at their whole production. Terry and I and some of the cast and crew went out, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and it was just incredible what they do out there in Plant City. So if you're in Central Florida, go to Sir Henry's Haunted Trail. You will not be disappointed.
It's
You
fantastic.
can buy tickets online only. So they have a website, sirhenrys.com, tickets online, and then definitely come out to our showing when we do it there as well.
That is awesome. So let's see. We have more stuff. We have Dylan saying, pleasure to be with an incredible cast.
It's wonderful having you, man. And Dylan contributed not only in front of the camera, and people are going to love Ben. He's Ben in the movie, and people will love him. But here in a moment, we're going to hear some of Dylan's musical talents, which are incredible. Dylan also was a star in The Beast Comes at Midnight, which is just now starting to make the theatrical rounds and getting out there. That I also worked on the BTS and some promotional stuff for him last year with our buddies over at Showtown American Pictures, Ed McKeever and those guys. So yeah, Dylan's on screen, on the big screen with that movie as well. So yeah, he's no shabby. How do you say? I
think he's the only one out of the cast that I may have hair envy for. But anyway, that's another story. Daniela is saying, so how do we petition to get Harlow's Haunt in our local theaters?
Good question. We will find out, and we will get a street team and people like marching with torches or whatever we have to do.
Let's see. Kelly's saying, Dylan. Heather is one of the faceless ones, and you have Kelly saying Sir Henry's is so much fun and their crew is top notch. I definitely feel like I'm missing out. I need to get there soon. And then Dylan saying shout out to Sir Henry's.
Yes, they are fantastic. I mean, they've got
we love them.
Their main haunt maze is based on the Headless Horseman. I think it's just called Headless, and they've got a real actor on a real horse in a kind of proportion costume, headless, and just kind of walks around the crowd, and it's so creepy. It's such a cool, just amazing.
Let's find a night that you want to go, and Tara and I and some of the cast and crew will meet you there because I'm ready to go again. It's that good.
That would be awesome. And for folks that are just now tuning in, Terry is going to be doing some giveaways, a couple of posters and screen used props, and also a t-shirt. So if you want to get entered in for that, I'm sorry, I have 3 things going on at once. So that was like a on me. Hashtag Harlow's Haunt, put it in the comment. You have to be able to be seen though. So faceless people, unfortunately, you can't enter. You have to go either give StreamYard permission or go to one of our other sites. Speaking of which, make sure you go to the Indie Escape Facebook page, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Like and subscribe. Also go to Harlow's Haunt Facebook page or group. Hit the like and subscribe, and then check out their website as well. Do you have Harlow's TikTok or Instagram?
Yes, we do. And it's
all the above.
It's all
the above. Okay. There you go. Make sure you check out Harlow's Haunt, like and subscribe to all their socials.
Yeah, all that stuff just confuses me. I'm just not very socially awkward, social media awkward.
Terry, I do this show, or I do this a couple of nights a week. I still can't get the symbols correct. So
they'll change when you do.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you put that up last night. I couldn't pick the MySpace one out of there at all.
I saw.
Oh my god!
Oh, and he said it too, and I brought it up. I'm like, MySpace, really?
Yeah. I'm betting on a comeback. I'm just.
Well, why don't we play something?
Let's play something. Why don't we play that little ditty with the girl in the car?
Yeah, that montage.
Just to kind of you wind up the pitch, this first one will be, this is a montage, and it's kind of a fun story with it. It's music. I was really excited and lucky and appreciative, thankful to be able to be on Brandon's show. It's been a few months ago with Spider One, and Spider,
that was a great show, by the way.
That was a fantastic show. And Spider, you know, he knows a little bit about music and a little bit about movies. Yeah. And so the one thing that I asked Spider was, you know, his thoughts on sound and soundtrack and music, and he had good suggestions about, you know, the lack of sound can be just as effective as sound, but also the use of music and how it can really help build a shot, a scene, I mean, anything, an emotion, whatever you're trying to do. So that, and even before I spoke with him on that show, I had designed Harlow's with sound in mind, because I see so many films that are actually not bad or pretty good or really good, but they kind of miss the boat on soundtrack. It's almost an afterthought, and you can hear stock audio, you hear, you know, all that stuff. Not, you know, I mean, some stock, I mean, if it works, it works, but it almost needs to be part of the writing process. You almost have to hear it as you see it when you're writing it, if that makes any sense. And so that was an important thing to me. And somebody I've gotten to know is a guy named Corey Britz. And if the name doesn't ring a bell to anybody, it may or may not. You probably heard of a band called Bush. Well, Corey is the bass player for Bush. So during lockdown, Corey was just trying to keep busy, and he put together a record called Slightly Exaggerated Tales of Past Events. And it really wasn't meant to be like a big commercial thing or anything. It was almost kind of like, let's just keep busy project, keep honing our skills. But he did release it. I was in the middle of writing Harlow's, and I got a copy from him, and I'm listening to it. And this one song was like, are you friggin' reading my mind? Have you hacked into my computer? Do you have the script? What in the hell? So I have to have that song. I've got to have it. So we had to, you know, jump through the hoops with management and do all that stuff. But it is absolutely an amazing song. It fit this segue scene when you see, when the viewer see the whole movie, you'll see the flow of it. But it's such a cool piece. I wanted to show it here tonight and hear the song. But it also has Nick Hughes playing drums, who is also Bush's drummer. So we have two of the four Bush guys did this song. So you can't beat that. I mean, and they're super dudes too. I mean, they're indies at heart, and they just love supporting a project like this. And that gave me even more positive energy about what they're doing. So yeah, so shut me up.
Let's check it out, you guys.
Are you recording?
Anything to stop the tears.
Nice.
What do you think? That amazing
song. I've been listening to it for months now.
I know, the rock and roll song.
But I love it. It's got that really cool 80s vibe to it. It just works. And like Terry said, it goes perfect with what we have going on in the storyline, which you guys will eventually see and get a little taste of it tonight.
That and that's Brill Babcock is our final girl. And so that's, and just kind of going off what Aimee said, shut me up, I'll give everything away. Once you see the context of the song and her character, you'll be like, yeah, you'll see why it was like ferociously sending Corey an email. But yeah, that's a really fun scene, and it's it fits really well.
Mitzi Sims, what's up?
Katie, wow. So yeah, so that was a fun shoot. It was another hot day shoot though, and Dylan was actually there, BTS hanging out with us that day, and I kept like bumping into him and telling him to get out of the camera line. Stand over here, Dylan. Stand back there. Move.
Everybody just likes hanging out together on set. So if there's ever an opportunity to hang out and help out, we all kind of just jump in.
Yeah.
And that is what I love about you guys. I mean, you guys are just like one cool family, and I dig it.
It's fun. I mean, it's, you know, everybody is doing something different, and to see everybody so excited about their contribution or what they're doing or what, you know, piece of the puzzle they are to the big picture, that's the fun thing. And you know, a lot of us have worked in this business for a while and worked on sets where it's always going to be a bit stressful, and you know, there's deadlines, there's, you know, you're watching the pennies, you've got a million reasons to be stressed. But if you can somehow find a way to let go of that, have fun, the creativity is just going to just pour out your head like an avalanche.
You were very fortunate.
But well, we want to show something else. Speaking of behind the scenes, we did happen to have a few pictures taken behind the scenes, and I happened to throw a few together with this other song from a pretty amazing musician, Florida musician. And thanks, Joel. Yeah, this Dylan guy. Yeah, it's the same Dylan, come to think of it. Dylan is just, again, has a deep background in music, and in fact, we were talking yesterday, and he was telling me a little bit more about his music background. I mean, going back to school and his experience in different instruments and his breadth of musical abilities. So he asked if he could put together a song especially for Harlow's Haunt, and I was like, why are you even asking? I should be like begging you. Yeah. So I'd like everybody to hear Dylan's song with some behind the scenes stuff. Now, with the behind the scenes stuff, you're going to see some things. You're not going to see everything. So don't get too excited, but there's some carrot dangling.
Carrot dangling is good. I will play that in 1 second. For everybody who's just now joining us, hashtag Harlow's Haunt, put that in the comment section. You will be entered into one of the 3 giveaways for this evening. There is a crew sign poster with some, damn it, there goes that flashing again, some screen use props, and also a t-shirt. So again, hashtag Harlow's Haunt, get that in the comment section and you will be entered. And we are going to see right now the behind the scenes pictures with Dylan's song.
This is all I'll be. You cannot tear in life that's waiting for me. Like my paralyzed, confusing me. For confession, now we all are here, and we can say what needs to be said to know what's really in our heads. Can we take it? Can we feel it? I'm putting a stop to it. To tonight. We lie awake where the heartless slumber, right hook in the heart of it, for sure. I can't believe it's really happening. I'm putting a stop to it tonight. We lie awake where the heartless slumber, right hook in the heart of it, for sure. I can't believe it's really happening. I can't believe it's really happening.
Man,
Ah,
How badass is that?
wow.
the song is so good.
I mean, I heard like Green Day, the Misfits. Wow, I did
Yeah.
not think.
It's an incredible song. It's so perfect for this soundtrack, man. It's exciting.
The soundtrack is insane. It's absolutely insane. I mean, Dylan, I know you're watching. I'm going to give you 2 hugs next time I see you. I mean, that's just an amazing contribution, and I'll speak for the entire team. We were so appreciative for what you threw in. That was just astoundingly good. I love. It's got so much energy. I'm a big energy freak, and it just man. And Lori saw Lori. Yeah, so he brought so much energy there. But yeah, so you might have seen a couple little glimpses of the Harlow world there that's going on. It's man, I'm measuring my words and phrases so much here to not spoil surprises, but you can kind of get an idea of how much fun it is, what's going on there, the arc of the fun versus the not so fun stuff that you're going to be seeing.
Oh, those pictures just made me miss everybody and being on set. And
well, we could have played the other one. I did a BTS video. We were talking about earlier, Joe, the long one. But man, it's got the sappy music, and it makes everybody cry because we get all. I showed it to Aimee, and she was getting all misty because it's like, oh
yeah, it just makes you guys know, you were there. It's just an amazing group. It's hard to find that kind of chemistry with everybody on set, and it's just such a great group. And we had some really late nights. I mean, I think the last night we were on set, we were filming like 4 o'clock in the morning, but you didn't want to leave. You didn't want to say goodbye to each other, or, we didn't want to stay around talking. We just felt really lucky to be there. And I think we were all taking it in. We didn't really take that for granted. We knew what we were doing and what we were making and creating was something really special. And we wanted to be present. And, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to get everybody together for the public viewing and be together again and have that energy. It's really fun.
I always said, I said this a bunch of times on set. It was like, hey, we're having a party tomorrow. We might like shoot some scenes. And that's what it was. It was like, it'd be a pizza party. I don't know if anybody caught one of the shots in the BTS we just watched. There's a mannequin standing and there's like this tray of treats. And we coined the term doniscuits for that. Braille is like a pastry chef. She is like a trained pastry chef. She worked for Gideon's at Disney and all these really high-end pastry places. So she came up with this creation of like a biscuit, but she would like stuff it with donut fillings, like chocolate and jellies, and then put like these glazes. And so she baked her ass off and made this big pile of these things and brought them out to set one day. It's just that kind of camaraderie that everybody had, and it was like everybody wanted to bring a little extra of themselves.
Sure, don't invite me that day. Thanks, Terry.
Yeah, that was the day after or before you were there. No, yeah, I think it really honestly was. But I want to take a second too. In some of those scenes, you saw like a bunch of people. Lori, Joel just commented they were there. That was actually the first 2 days of shooting in April out at Sir Henry's were kind of our biggest days because we had a ton of extras there. And thanks, Mom. We had, I can't remember the number. I mean, it was 50, 60, I don't know, Amy, how many people were there? I mean, they were everywhere.
I don't know, but it was fun. And everyone was having a great time. And speaking of, not to get too off subject, but we are talking about music, another band that we love that is not only contributing song to our soundtrack, but they are playing in the scene that we're talking about with all the extras. We had a live band, the Pro Bowl. And they also had a chance to take on some characters too, so you might see them once or twice in the film, but definitely keep eyes and ears out for the Purple and their music because they have given us amazing contribution as well for the soundtrack.
Yeah, and while we're on music, I just want to throw in two more things. Other music, we don't have anything tonight for that. A good buddy of mine here in Orlando, Jeff Howe. If anybody's in the Central Florida region, Jeff has been a radio personality for 25-ish years, maybe more, on Real Radio 104.1. Monsters is now Monsters of the Morning, but it's moved, from midday to, they've had different time slots. Hugely popular talk radio station here. And Jeff has been on there forever, but Jeff also plays at different venues around. He plays at House of Blues at Disney on Thursday nights, for example. And Jeff is from New Orleans, and he's a blues man. So we've got some Jeff's blues.
Yeah, we went and saw him one day after shooting at where was the House of Blues?
The House of Blues, yeah.
Yeah.
And in fact, I took John down there the night before he had to fly back home. And Jeff is a big, friendly, I mean, he's, again, run up and hug you kind of guy. Him and Dugan hit it off. I thought they were going to run away and get married. They were like best buddies. They immediately, the stories and the lies and the bull crap started flying. I mean, it was like a frenzy watching those two at each other. It was wonderful to see those guys meet. So Jeff is just amazing. I want to give him a huge shout out. But again, the music, as you've heard, it's kind of been, rocking, a little heavier. The soundtrack is all over the place. The Propulse sound, you guys, it's amazing, but you're not going to see it coming. I mean, there's so many flavors and textures to this whole movie. It's not just like this one arc.
I don't know how it got so lucky on the soundtrack, but all the artists that have contributed, it's like
astounding. And then, and bringing it back to the main man, Carlos Crespo is our sound designer and composer. And Carlos is every note of the score is custom. He's no stock. This is a custom scored piece, and he's doing all the sound design. He's in the final stages of getting that wrapped now. So we will be done really, like within hours soon of having that wrapped. So we're that close. And he's a perfectionist, which I hugely admire. And we've got time for him to get it right, but he's done. And again, the filmmakers will know, but for those that don't, Foley is like the little things you take for granted, like the sound of a doorknob turning or footsteps or, bird chirp in the background, these little things. And he can go in and nuance those things or apply them if they need to be, he goes out with a recorder and a mic and records something. Like if he needs a door slam, he'll go to different doors around his house or whatever until he gets a sound that's going to work. Then he goes back and processes it and makes as not a musician, but like a sound engineer. And he is an amazing guy. So I really want to give Carlos a huge
oh yeah
on the back. When you guys hear this, you're going to hear it, I guess, here in just a second on the trailer. Carlos scored the trailer. So yeah.
Is that a hint?
Well, are we ready? Shouldn't we do something? I thought, was somebody going to do jumping jacks or something? You
don't want me to do that.
I feel like should we
Before we do it, though, again, comment #Harlow's Haunt if you would like to be entered into tonight's giveaway. Again, it's 2 cast sign posters, and then you have screen use props and a t-shirt. So you can win one of 3 awesome prizes. Again, hashtag Harlow's Haunt.
Don't change your mind. Get it?
Here we go.
Change your mind. Go ahead and.
Someone tells me that came from Terry's personal collection first. Did you want to set this up, sir, or Aimee? Either of you guys want to set this up?
Take it away, Terry Bear.
I've done the last 2. You want to do this one?
Okay, here we go. Harlow's Haunt world premiere. First time you guys are seeing it. This is our trailer we're dropping today. So, Joe, give it to him.
I know that you're tired and hungry. I am too. But we'll be there soon. I promise, all right?
I don't do that. That's a long get. You're the trusting type, I guess. So you ought to make it a habit of wandering around and knocking on doors and asking for a place to stay. Yes, I have them both. I have them both. Bring it, bring it. I just had a drink about an hour. Oh! Yeah! Whoa! Whoa!
My God, Chris! Oh my God! So, you and Benny Pooh, how are you? Me and Benny Pooh are just fine.
I'm so sorry. Him. I mean, he spends so much time in the mirror. Total diva. I mean, look at his face.
You're killing me, Ann. Alright. You all ready to get the living shit scared out of you?
Dear brave soul, you have just entered into your worst nightmare. Behold, Harlow's haunt rests on cursed grounds. The horror seen in these woods of which are unspeakable.
Really? Alright, really guys? Okay, children, I will be your fearless leader through this underworld. Now can we please haul ass and just get back to the bar or something? This musty old shit. This vibe. I know, I totally feel it, and you guys know how I feel these things.
I got something to do. Hey! Hey, with cowboy!
I swear to God, your ass is going till we get outside. Oh, you guys are all bastards for leaving me up here. I can't see shit.
Alright guys, this is so funny. I get it. This is so scary. Guys, what the fuck are you?
That was awesome.
What do you think?
Absolutely
You saw that.
amazing.
You were there. Right? Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's just fun to watch. It's fun to relive all those nights in that haunt.
Thank you, Facebook user.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is, because it's so strange, Lori, to watch. And I've seen it a billion times, and obviously being there. Thank you, Ken. But from this perspective, it puts you right back, like standing there, wiping sweat out of your eyes and things. And again, I love seeing what every person on camera did. Seeing their character, their role, and what they brought to it. And the next trailer that we'll be bringing out after the final cut is done, like I said, here within days, gets a little more in depth. But yeah, this I just love everything about this. Again, the score from Carlos, just the feel of it. And if you guys have picked up anything, it's got. I was aiming for like almost sort of not necessarily like a retro feel or an old horror movie feel, but yeah, kind of in a way. I mean, kind of that feely thing, that movie that kind of draws you in, like 11:30 on a Saturday night. You're watching and you're eating cold pizza and you're like, ooh, it just gives you the creeps. And that I think was a big driver for me for the whole thing too. And I just love the way it came out and the way it looked.
And Kelly just took the words out of my mouth as I'm watching this trailer. She said, let's give a shout out to Christine Mules. She plays Amber in Harlow's Haunt, and no one else could do Amber like Christine. And I can't wait for you guys to see her. She just brings so much to that character. She's actually in Fort Myers with her family. They're still down there. They're doing really well, but she couldn't be here tonight, but just want to give her a shout out and show her some love because we love her and we miss her and we can't wait to get her back to Tampa. But man, wait till you see some of her scenes. She's incredible. The whole cast is, and it's really exciting to finally be able to share this with everybody. And we get closer and closer to getting to share the whole movie. So it's exciting.
Christine was so amazing. I almost wanted to go up every time we call cut and say, are you really acting? Or is this just you? You put this character on and just wore it. I mean, it was like her line delivery. Christine has astounding timing, and her lines, I mean, she would nail the lines and the timing first time out of the gate. It was just shocking. And like the one scene, it was so fun to shoot where they're kind of, the group is coming through the hallway, and she's like, let's just get back to the bar and this musty old shit. And she's delivered that like you would say it. I mean, it wasn't rehearsed or just was so smooth. And yeah, I love her. She's awesome. So
yeah, she's incredible.
So
yeah, fun stuff.
What's next for the Harlow's Haunt Black Dog Films crew?
Well, Aimee, we've got you can tell me a shout out.
We got a few things.
Aimee,
not sure how much we're going to share right now, but
fair enough.
Definitely.
There's stuff coming
left and right. So
let's just say this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Just
wow.
Yeah, there is a whole lot more going on here. So just buckle up.
Yeah, this crew has way too much fun for it to end here, and there is more in the pipeline.
Right. A little rumor had it. I don't know if we can speak about it at all. It hasn't been fully discussed yet, but some kind of dream thing, maybe. Or is that not being spoken about yet?
Terry has nightmares all the time, but that's just Terry.
My day, my life.
We might say that for another conversation, Joe. But that's
Kelly, you took the words right.
Hey, now, that's going to be one of our T-shirt slogans. And we do have a really cool T-shirt slogan, but it's got to come out after the movie so people will get it. Yeah, no, we do have things, and we have very unusual and engaging things. We'll say this truly, in all honesty, this is just the beginning. This was this would be like intro or 101 or however you want to call it. And I'll kind of say throughout this whole year, from kickoff through pre-production, production, now in post, and every element of the way, we've just had more and more. Yeah, got that right. We've had more and more love come from supporters and friends and family, and it's just amazing. And there's so much story to tell. So we're it's just we're thinking, we're talking every day. There's ideas whipping around and stuff. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
So when do you think we can expect the next online update? Live.
Hey, I don't know. Maybe we can get back together next week. Share a little
That'd
more.
be a good time. We may even have another trailer by then.
Oh, hey. All right. I am going to put this out there
put my
one more.
in my mouth.
I just like how, Aimee just has to give you a look, and then you're just like, oh, shit. I got to shut up.
You have no idea how scary.
It's like you got Tom Holland, the little Tom Holland itis that you can't keep your mouth closed.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
She beat me at air hockey. So she beat me at air hockey. So I'm like, I feel like beaten.
You're never gonna get her shirt. Okay.
Let's give some stuff away. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. So, guys, last chance. Hashtag Harlow's Haunt. Comment and hashtag Harlow's Haunt. You'll be entered into win one of 2 awesome posters, screen used props, and a T-shirt. So 3 separate prizes, 3 separate people. Let's do this. And I'm almost going to look like I know what I'm doing. So let me fumble around with this for a moment, because I haven't done this in some time. Let's see. We'll hit a little bit of that. We'll hit that. That one looks good. And let's share that.
Survive your hockey. She beat me at a game.
All right. So can that? Yeah, that's blown up. And let's start collecting comments. I know there was more than 7 comments. The problem is the folks that didn't have their pictures can't be entered. Oh, that sucks.
Darn it. Maybe we can we'll talk and think. Maybe we can regroup for the next show, redo it, and everyone can sort out their picture ID thing by then. Why
don't we do that? You want to postpone it until next time? Let's do that.
No, let's give away stuff.
Oh, you want to do
one, and we'll
give away some more stuff next time. Let's do it.
Okay.
We'll do it. We'll do this one, and then for the people that
all right.
Yeah, we'll do a giveaway now. We'll do a giveaway next show.
And let's hit the button. Matt Stolley.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Matt. Congratulations. You're the winner of the brand new 2002 model poster and screen used prop.
Sweet.
And don't go changing.
And again, that is Matt Stolley, half of Libmatic Films. They've got a couple of movies on Tubi right now. So let's see.
Very cool.
All right. I am going to hit draw again. Mitzi. All right. And what's Mitzi getting?
Mitzi wins the poster and screen used chain prop.
All right. Now for the T-shirt and screen used prop.
And me for a week.
to do yard work.
To do yard work, or other hard labor.
Katie!
Katie!
Awesome.
Yay, Katie!
All right.
Cool. Okay.
So, how do you want them to go about doing this? You want them to I am the Harlow's Haunt movie group information?
That would be fantastic. Just I am like your mailing address or some contact information. We can get together and figure out how to get the stuff shipped out to you. We can have Harlow deliver it himself, but I think that would be tricky.
And if you guys want anything personalized, just let us know in that email that you send, and we'll go ahead and make that happen as well. And thank you for joining tonight and being a part of, sharing this moment with us. We got the trailer out there, and you guys are big supporters of ours, and we love and appreciate you. So thank you.
All right. So
I go right along with that, and we are so appreciative of your continued and sticking with us and through all the arc of this production. I think it's going to be a fun ride for you, and we just love you guys for being the haunters, being out there, and this is why we do it. We love it, and we can't wait for people to see it. I mean, like I said, Aimee has to shut me up constantly because I'm wanting to. Hey, I want to tell you about this one part, or look at this clip. No, shut up. Go in there. Turn things off.
It's just exciting to share it with everyone that's been following the group for from the beginning, our Harlow's Haunt movie group, and we want to share as much as we can with you, and we appreciate the support. And the more involved you guys are, the more excited we get to keep going.
It's again an energy thing. We feed off you guys. I mean, to see your enthusiasm just makes us more excited and enthusiastic about digging into it and just creeping it out more and doing whatever we can for it.
So guys, we've got only a few minutes left. Anybody out there have any questions for our guests? Please feel free to enter them now while they are doing that. Terry, where can they find you on social media, sir?
Social media? Well, you can find me personally on basically Facebook or at just Terry Jarrell, or my Instagram, Black Dog Films, because of course Black Dog Films is our parent production company. But you can find us everywhere else for Harlow's Haunt. And on our Facebook group, please join our group. If you're not a member, it's Harlow's Haunt Movie. It's easy to find.
Wait, Terry, time out.
Yeah.
I was gonna have Aimee do the Harlow's Haunt stuff. She's much better looking than you, and she can probably do it a little better.
Terry.
She's got that air hockey arm. I'm resenting that bad.
Yeah, and I mean, Kelly even said something about that a moment ago. So,
Oh man, we'll just pick up Rolfsen. All of our social medias are at Harlow's Haunt. And through Harlow's Haunt, you can find all the cast and crew through the tag photos and everything like that. So definitely give us a follow. A good place to find me is on Instagram, Aimee.Rolfsen. And we're always sharing lots of behind the scenes, what we have going on. So check it out.
Very cool. And Kelly did mention a few moments ago that Aimee survived an air hockey with you. You're a legend, girl.
Yeah. See, I'm probably about it. We're going to have we're going to figure it out somehow, but we're going to have like a Harlow's Haunt air hockey tournament or something. I am like a major air hockey freak, and Aimee beat me the other night at air hockey. It's shocking. And I play air hockey like helmet and goggles and pucks flying off the table every hit. And she beat me.
Obviously, that day he forgot his cup. So,
God, this is awful.
We do have one question. Can we win Terry's pepperoni pizza?
I know you've been eyeing that, Sean. That's why I left it. You want the gnawed on piece or the fresh one?
Oh man,
I'll box that right up.
And let's see, really excited to see it go across America.
Awesome, Mitzi. Thank you.
We're gonna like try to grab onto Terrifier 2's coattail.
There you go. When is Stogie night?
Yeah. Hey Joe, when you come up, we'll have to get with Joel and and have some cigars.
Nice.
Hold your breath until the tip glows.
I know where to find you.
Yes, that's why I keep moving.
All right. So Katie's saying, what advice do you have for future movie actors?
Future movie actors?
Well, throw that in.
Get in class. Study. Do not stop working your craft. It's a never-ending process, and you're never done learning. So when you're not on set working, you're in class training, and just continue to use that instrument.
And I have a word of advice pertaining to that. Granted, I haven't acted in some time since high school, but anyway, know your lines.
Know your lines.
Know your lines. Don't hold people up.
Know them multiple ways. Be able to deliver them more than one way.
And that just goes back to your training. There's so many, different styles of training, and everybody gravitates to one or the other, but essentially that's your core. And if you can get involved in theater, get involved in theater. If you can find a class, find a class. And if anybody out there has any questions about that, feel free to reach out. I know specifically a lot of what goes on in Central Florida as far as classes and workshops and things like that. I can speak on that area. Now, if you branch out to other areas, you might have to do a little research on your own, but that's where it's at. Your training, that is your core, and it's what keeps you on your toes.
Well, and just one thing to go on with Aimee there about theater, that is such a different animal than film. And Aimee and Christine were just in an amazing show called Icebreakers in Ybor City. And that's really, it's the audience sitting there watching you for an hour and a half, whatever the run is. That's an unflinching eye. It's a camera that does not shut off. There is no cut. There is no take two. You better bring your game and you better deliver. And so if you can get any stage experience like that, and going back to like Jarrell, she's been on stage since she was a kid. And so it just really, really adds to the confidence and the overall delivery. You just don't look like you're phoning it in. And it's because you really have to sell it when you're on stage, because you're looking at right in the audience's eyes.
Yep, just keep training.
Sounded like I knew something.
Wow, it almost did sound like you knew something.
I read a book. YouTube University.
Yeah. Oh boy.
All right, guys, we are going to wrap it up. Everybody, thank you for joining us again this evening.
Thanks for having us, Joe.
Thanks for having us. This was so much fun.
I want to do one thing. I planned on to 11:30 anyway. May I play the trailer one more time before we leave?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to cut it out after the trailer's over. So everybody, again, thank you for joining us. It was an absolute blast. The questions, the comments, we appreciate all of you.
Thank you so much.
And please don't forget to go to Harlow's Haunt, like and subscribe, all their socials. Good night, guys.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
I know that you're tired and hungry. I am too. But we'll be there soon. I promise, all right?
don't do that. That's the wrong get. You're the trusting type, I guess. So you ought to make it a habit of wandering around and knocking on doors and asking for a place to stay. Yes, I have them both. I have them boy. Bring it, bring it. I just had a drink about an hour. Oh! Yeah! Woo! Whoa!
My God, Chris! Oh my God! So, you and Benny Pooh, how are you? Me and Benny Pooh are just by any fine.
I'm so sorry. I couldn't. Him. I mean, he spends so much time in the mirror. Total diva. I mean, look at his face. You're killing me, Ann. Alright. You all ready to get the living shit scared out of you?
Dear brave soul, you have just entered into your worst nightmare. Behold, Harlow's haunt rests on cursed grounds. The horror seen in these woods of which are unspeakable.
Really? Alright, really, guys? Okay, children, I will be your fearless leader through this underworld. Now, can we please haul ass and just get back to the bar or something? This musty old shit.
This vibe. I know, I totally feel it, and you guys know how I feel these things.
I got something you can do. Hey, hey, with cowboy.
I swear to God, your ass can chill to get outside.
Oh, you guys are all bastards for leaving me up here. I can't see shit.